Alright, so you're either recently legally allowed to have credit or you're trying to reclaim a downturned credit score. A credit card is the fastest way to build your credit and generate a score that represents your financial intelligence, and choosing the right one only speeds up that process. So what is credit and why does the score matter? Credit is money you borrow from a lender that must be paid back either monthly or at a set rate. And if it's not paid off it's not paid off in full by that set date or over the span of time you agree with, there is a percentage of the amount that's added to the total. Your score represents the confidence that the lender has in your ability to repay the debt that they have given you. The higher your score, the higher the security the lender has in you, which also in turn gives you the higher amount of rate you can borrow from the lender. We'll talk about ways to improve that score at another time in another video. Now, let's get to the chase. Let's get the best cards for your situation. And side note, all of these cards besides the very last one have 0 annual fees. So this is a great start. It's a great card to either start building your credit or to reclaim your credit score without having to pay a fee. Firstly, if you are new to credit cards, it's always a good idea to get a credit card with the bank that you currently bank with. Why? Well, because most banking apps, if you have a credit card with that bank, it shows up in the app, so you don't have to have 4 or 5 different apps to represent all the cards you have. For example, if you bank with Chase, having that Chase card with Chase allows you to see your credit card and the debt and the statement date all in the same app with your bank accounts. So it's ease of access. You don't have to go to another app and then pay with your Chase account into the app and then pay off your credit card. It's easier, and that gives you that extra boost to pay off your debt and not forget about it. Speaking of Chase, the first card I would recommend is that of the Chase Preferred card. It features cashback on many purchases, ranging from dining to travel to even prescriptions. And for the first 15 months of your credit line, you have no interest on any payments. So you have $100 in your statement, instead of going to $123, it actually stays at $100 for the first 15 months. So there is no interest that accrues. It also has a very great rewards program. I even got these AirPod Pros for free just from using their credit card after about 4 months. I had enough rewards points just to buy that for free, no payment. Next up, the Discover It card. This card is for you if you are very new to credit, or you have a very low credit score, because they usually accept everybody they can. Featuring 2% cash back on gas and restaurants, and 1% on all other purchases, no matter where they are. There's no fees at all, no one-time opening or annual fee. Great way to start. You can get the card and just forget about it. If you do not know, APR is the annual percentage rate, or in simple terms, how much interest you are going to pay on each statement balance. So usually they range from sometimes as low as like 10 or 11, all the way up to as high as like 28%. So next on the list, we have the Capital One Platinum card. This one doesn't have all the features that some of these other ones may have, but it is a pretty strong card to you have in your arsenal. It does not have a reward program, but it does automatically enroll you in a higher credit line after 6 months of use. So say you have $2,000 on your credit line, after 6 months, as long as you are actually paying off that debt and you're not $2,000 used of credit, they'll give you a credit line boost of maybe $500 or maybe $1,000. So it's a great way to just increase your credit overall just from having the card. But it does have late fees, and it does have a very high APR rate, so carrying a balance is not really optimal for this. So this would be like smaller purchases, or you purchase and you instantly pay off the debt. It's not the best card, but it has its strengths, and especially if you bank with Capital One, it's a great one to go for. Now, a card you may not expect to be on this list or on any other list is the Apple credit card. Now, it may seem weird, but the Apple credit card actually does have a lot of benefits for using it, and it's pretty easily to apply for. It has no tricky fees, so that's no annuals, no late payments, no withdrawal fees. It has one of the lower APR rates for the maximum at 22%, so it's not super high, but it's also not super low. But hey, it's acceptable. You earn 3% cash back on all Apple purchases and a 2% cash back with anything you use with Apple Pay for. So if you go to the store, you can get 2% as long as you use Apple Pay. Now, the rewards do lack because most of them are only Apple products, but I mean, if you're an Apple user, it does have its benefits. So you can't really use it for cash or movie tickets or stuff like that. But hey, Apple products or gifts you can use. It's free gifts for Christmas. It's a great way to use the card and use the benefits. This is where the card comes with an annual fee, but it also has a lot more benefits. This card is for heavy consumers, like I said before. After $4,000 are spent on the card in 1 year, you get 60,000 bonus points back, which is around $750. But it also, you double the points you get on groceries, and you have a high redemption value of points. You get all these benefits, but it also costs you $95 a year, which, hey, if you're spending that much money, $4,000 to get those bonus points, it's worth it. And the APR rate is not too bad at around 23%. And it can go very low because you're also paying for the fee. So it's a premium card. All right, so which card should you choose? Well, that's up to you and your own research. This video is just a conglomeration of all the info I've spent my time looking into, and you have to make your decision based off of the info I give you, but you should also go and research your own self. But it's always a good idea to start out your first credit card or your first credit line, getting back into building your credit score, with a credit card from your own bank so you don't forget it, like I said earlier. It's very easy to forget to pay off your credit bill if it's on another app and somewhere in your random folders on your phone. You might forget about it. But if it's on your banking app, most of the time you do go to your banking app quite often to see how much money you have, and most bank apps include the credit card right there underneath your bank. So it's very easy to see how much you have to pay, no matter what you do and what you decide to choose. As long as you stay responsible and pay off your credit statement, you won't have any bad credit scores, and you'll also have a great credit report. So you'll be doing fine as long as you do that. All right, have fun making money.